let's address what performance anxiety might look like. To do this, I want you to close your eyes. Imagine yourself just moments before a big race. You're getting your equipment ready, you're drinking your last couple sips of water, and you're scoping out who else is competing. What type of thoughts are you having? Are your palms sweating? Is your heart racing? Do you feel truly prepared? What happens if you fall halfway down the course? Will your coach be disappointed if you don't win? We tend to have these types of thoughts, plus so many different feelings when we enter into a new uncomfortable environment like races. I don't know about you, but if you weren't feeling anxious at the start of this conversation, even just thinking about the feelings and thoughts I have before a competition is enough to trigger some of the physiological responses to anxiety I typically experience. So now that we're here and have a better understanding of what performance anxiety is and how performance anxiety might look, at least in its simplest terms, how do we begin to address the feeling in a healthy and action-oriented way? Well, first, we fight. This acronym, developed by Dr. Kevin Chapman, who is a licensed clinical psychologist and true sport expert, is a great way of helping to determine what thoughts and feelings we're having, how we can start to redirect our thoughts and emotions so they're more productive and actionable, and how we can help someone else overcome the same obstacles we might be facing. It starts by focusing on what we can control right now. It's important to recognize that there's a lot of uncertainty that we will face in life and that it's normal to be anxious. But what can you do? What can you control? You can start by controlling your behavior, although sometimes easier said than done. Next, we need to try and identify what negative thoughts we might be having. While experiencing anxiety and having negative thoughts is normal, negative thoughts are also what feed anxiety and makes the uncertain even more uncomfortable. By identifying the thoughts that fuel our anxieties, we allow ourselves the space to start generating alternative thoughts. Alternative thoughts don't have to be all sunshine and rainbows, but they do need to help us be a little more flexible. Think to yourself, can I entertain different possibilities? Can I consider a more positive perspective on what being uncomfortable right now might mean later? Some of those alternative thoughts might include practicing what are called highly adaptive behaviors. These behaviors are the ones that we practice when we're helping others and feel really good about it. This might include things like volunteering our time, having a movie night with friends, virtually or otherwise, helping prepare a meal with our family. Really any task that lifts those we love as well as our mood. To help us activate alternative thoughts, let's consider what sort of activities you can fall on to help remind you of what it means to feel good, to help organize your priorities.